Hi there, I'm Jenny Kirk and we're going to do a quick video today with a bit of opening boxes. We've been out, I say we, it's actually me. I've been out, and because I finished work early today, I've been up to a model railway shop that's fairly close to where I work. It's called Arcadia and it's in Shore. In fact, it got the Bachmann Retailer of the Year award, so some of you might recognise it from that. But I'm full of a cold at the moment. Hopefully we'll be upgrading that to being full of a hot later on, but we can but hope. Anyway, these are new wagons from Bachmann that really only just come out. These are the Shunters wagons. Now, Hornby did release their version of this sort of wagon a little while back. I didn't get any of those, but I think mostly because the liveries that Hornby produced weren't really anything that appealed to me. But Bachmann have gone for the British Rail black liveried ones, but also a rather more generic one here that's lettered up for just loco department, as opposed to all the others are named after the particular goods yards or marshalling yards that they were assigned to and worked at. So this I can kind of more easily justify on models such as Grove Street Yard. Now let's open one of these up and have a look and see what we've got. It's the typical usual Bachmann packaging with the card outer, and then we've got the plastic inner fastened with a bit of tape. And unusual for wagons, we've got a little plastic bag here. It's more akin to what you get with some of the locomotives, but for this wagon we've got a set of shunters poles, some of the brake pipes, and also some lamps, some tail lamps. And if you want to fit these just add a nice little bit of extra detail to the wagon. I won't be fitting these because as far as I can tell there aren't actually any instructions in the box, which is a shame. But as far as I can tell by studying the wagon, the actual vacuum brake pipes, to fit them you'd kind of need to remove the existing couplings, but we need them for actually making use of these wagons, so I'm not going to fit those. We lift open the packaging there, and what we see is that it's been specially designed to fit this particular type of wagon. It's a very short little wagon, much shorter than any of the other wagons that Bachmann have released so far. It oozes loads of character. We've got the running boards that the shunters would have ridden on, and the whole purpose of these wagons was to provide a reasonably safe operational base for the shunters in goods yards, so that they could travel down the length of the yards, and this then would carry their tools such as their shunters poles for uncoupling and coupling wagons. But also other materials that they might need for re-railing wagons that have become derailed on what could possibly be substandard point work within the yards. And you know, if you're travelling any distance down a fairly large marshalling yard, the shunters could ride on these wagons, save their poor little feet from running up and down. Now, some of these wagons lasted through until certainly the early 1970s, so I have actually seen a photograph of one of these with a tops numbered BR Blue Class 8 diesel shunter right at the end of their working lives. So in these BR black liveries we can justify one right into the period that I like to model. But after that, what tended to happen is a lot of these goods yards were shut down, or the shunters would ride on the steps of the shunting locomotives such as the Class 3s, the Class 4s, the Class 8s and the Class 9s had much roomier steps that the shunter could actually ride on. So these wagons were dispensed with. Now, the black livery does look very good, even when clean, as per the other version that I've got here, the loco department version, which we'll have a look at in a moment. But these wagons would have been fairly dirty. They would not have been cleaned over their working life. The only time that they would have probably got a clean is if they went into the works for any kind of major overhaul. So this black really does look suitably weathered even from cleaning the box. But this, the Margam Junction wagon, it's Bachmann code 38679, has a light weathering to it, so that just dulls down the paint finish and it looks really nice. Now let's have a good look at the other wagon here. Same packaging, same internal packaging again. We've got our little packet of extra bits and pieces, and this is not a weathered one, so the things like the white paint is a little bit crisper in this, but even so it does look like it will fit right in on the model. And the third wagon that I've bought is one of the fish wagons from Hornby that they've recently released, and this is in the BR Blue livery of the special parcel van. Picked it up quite a reasonable price actually, £9 for this wagon. Now I already have a few of this particular type of wagon from Daypol and Wren, who of course in turn were using the moulds that Hornby 00 first introduced back in the 1960s. But this is an all new tooling, and first impressions, we get it out of its packaging, are that they seem to have got the proportions pretty well right. I've seen some write-ups about there being daylight between the body and the sole bar. Now, there is, if you really look for it, there is an ever so slight gap, but really to all intents and purposes you're not going to see that. The rather Spartan running gear underneath is nicely represented. The brake blocks are in line with the wheels, which is a good development over the Daypol or Hornby 00 versions. But in turn, the Hornby 00 and Daypol versions were a very good model for their time. So I wouldn't say that this is a huge improvement over those wagons. That's not to say there's anything wrong with this wagon. It's just simply that it's taking over the baton from a model that was in itself a particularly good model. So there we have it. 3 new acquisitions and a quick video opening the box. Anyway, that's all from me from this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. If you want to share this video, and it's a good thing to do to share the video because it makes me happy. And if you make me happy, then people don't get hurt. You know what I mean? It's very good for your dental health. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Look back through all those videos that we've done before. We've got reviews, we've got how-to videos, we've got layouts running videos, and we've also got some videos to do with my media work and work I've done on writing, radio, and hopefully we'll also start doing a few music reviews as well, which stay tuned for those. And of course, most importantly, don't forget to tickle that like button, because every time you tickle that like button my ego gets slightly bigger, and we're looking to try and get it to inflate to the size of a Zeppelin from the World War I period. Anyway, you take very good care of yourself, and this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying bye for now.
Extreme close-up. Is
it still recording?
Oh, yes.
Alright, okay.